Making It Happen is a 5.5-year neighbourhood community development programme, which began in October 2019 and will run to March 2025. It's funded through the East Sussex County Council Public Health Department and is being delivered in a partnership of 5 local voluntary sector organisations. The context for this programme is that Public Health England recognises that the assets within communities, such as the skills and knowledge, social networks and community organisations, are building blocks for good health. Making It Happen is about supporting the development of those building blocks through asset-based community development. There are 6 broad principles of asset-based community development that guide our work. Start small, build relationships and trust, make connections, support communities to take the lead, champion equality and social justice, and lead by stepping back. Starting small often starts with a conversation or a chance meeting. It might involve going for a discovery walk and finding the places where people meet or hang out. Building relationships can take a long time, but it's the key to the whole process. Without relationships and trust, you can't make progress. Workers take time to get to know people. They spend time in the community, at events, and generally investing time in the people and the passions of the community. They'll be listening, learning, and building an understanding of what exists and what could be. Making It Happen encourages people to make new friendships and to build wider connections with more people. It can also be about connecting with organisations or skills or businesses or places, like parks or schools. It's about joining the dots that will create positive change, which can be different for every individual or every community.
We're a very small group, and we get funding occasionally from time to time. What Chiara's done has given us, and yourselves, has given us the opportunity to put a new mud kitchen in, which has been made by a local men's shed group, who again get friendship, and they were so pleased to bring the mud kitchen, and it's wonderful. And then if we can add the other to it as well, the seating area and some shrubs around to give a sense of peace, that's what it means to me. And Chiara's helped us all the way with providing the money for the seats, for the trees, for the mud kitchen, for everything really. We couldn't have done it without it.
Having the support of Making It Happen, sort of first of all having the contacts of other people, knowing where these people were, who to reach out to, and facilitating meetings, sort of getting us together, offering us their ideas, their support, and just generally taking a lot of the work out of the logistical side that sometimes can really hold things up, and you know, having police contacts, having people that are able to do risk assessments, just having like rather than it just being 2 people, it felt like we had like a full team support going with it.
Key to our approach is not to do for communities things that they can do for themselves. Making It Happen works alongside people and neighbourhoods to create positive change. Examples of activities that communities are leading include gardening groups, craft groups, mental health support groups, neighbourhood events, intergenerational projects, and many, many more. The team are encouraged to think about who they are not hearing from and why that might be. They think about the different places that people might meet or go and use creative techniques to encourage the team to talk about their interests. Working to understand what individuals and communities can do for themselves, what they might want a little support with, what needs to be provided for them, and crucially, what organisations and services should stop doing, can be difficult to navigate, but is core to the approach. Residents and groups are starting to feed back on the outcomes of being involved and from driving projects for themselves and their communities. People have talked about benefits to their mental health, increased sense of belonging, feeling part of something, making friends and reducing loneliness, improved environment and feelings of pride in the area, a stronger connection to the neighbourhood, increased confidence and mutual support.
What it's meant to us is the fact that we can now offer another level of peace, learning, quiet areas, play areas for all people and children, and we get great pleasure from knowing that people are happy and are healthy outside. It's good for their well-being of their minds and their bodies, and they can run and jump and they can't hurt a thing in here.
Well, Just Friends came into existence because I was a carer for 10 years. My wife had Alzheimer's, and then when she passed, I asked the question, now where do I go? And they said, well, you're on your own, there is nothing. And I channeled the anger and started Just Friends, thinking there would be at least a dozen of us in Eastbourne, but of course now we're nearly 500 members. So we encourage, make your friends, get out, join in, re-engage with the community. So Making It Happen stepped in, right, and that's what happens with the money. We subsidise events, which makes it open to people who would normally say, well, I can't afford that, I'm on a tight budget.
I got involved because it's a very nice place and we go on nice trips, and it keeps my mind active. It means everything to me, yeah. Otherwise, what else could I do? You know, professional footballer, I went out one night and got a very bad car accident. It took my life away, but now this is giving it back.
The team have been working with evaluation partners who are helping us to evidence what is working for who, how, and in what context. Our grants programme supports people and groups in Making It Happen neighbourhoods to turn good ideas into reality. There are Small Sparks grants up to £500, Next Steps grants up to £3,000, Grow grants up to £15,000, and the community budget, which gives up to £2,000 for projects voted by the community. Since May 2020, we have awarded 59 Small Sparks grants, 12 Next Steps grants, 3 Grow grants, and 2 community budget grants. Some examples of grants that have been awarded include
the most popular things are folding tables and sewing machines. So our first bit of funding that we ever got was from Making It Happen project, and it was for a PAT testing machine, so we could do our own electrical safety testing. First of all, it was the first grant I ever got, and that really meant something. It meant somebody believes in this project, and it gave me a lot of confidence to do more. And we said if we're going to do it right, we need to do electrical safety testing quite a lot, and quite honestly, we're not going to have the money to keep on outsourcing that to somebody else. So having our own machine and then paying for training for volunteers to do it just gives us that independence. So everybody who's involved with the library things is a volunteer, but for us it was about bringing people together, giving people the opportunity to do something together around a really practical project.
Through lockdown, we know that lots of people have felt really lonely and isolated, and we had an idea that we wanted to change that and hopefully help people feel not so isolated. So we thought a good way of doing that would be set up a sort of postal pals scheme, where we match people with a young family to people that are feeling a bit lonely and a bit isolated, and then they can send letters and drawings and things to each other and just build up a few friendships that way. Vicky and Lucy actually helped us with a grant to set this up, so we managed to get like £500 to then get all the things we need, like stamps and setting up a PO box and all the little bits, and just checking that we'd thought of everything.
Local Neighbourhood Sparks events are planned and delivered with local residents. They have aims to celebrate community successes, share learning and encourage people to make connections, make decisions on a budget for local community projects, and invite decision makers to come and listen. Communities have voted on projects in Bexhill and Peacehaven. In Bexhill, the Community Allotments Project will help to support others in Rother, such as Incredible Edible. The money is to improve equipment to widen community use of the facilities. In Peacehaven, the Community Centre and Mosque Youth Group will lead the Super Social Moment project. The idea is to serve hot soup for families and individuals with an aim to build confidence, relationships, understanding and connection to encourage diversity and cultural enrichment. The Making It Happen team are working with the Trust for Developing Communities to co-design and co-deliver a learning and development programme for the team. Here is some of the feedback from the first 2 sessions. Alongside our learning programme, Making It Happen has set up a community of practice. This session is designed to bring together those who work to make positive change for people and places, either in their community or in their job roles. There are opportunities to share ideas, tips and challenges, and to network to explore how we can make the most of the opportunities that exist to create that change.
Well, we've come a long way for to find ourselves a home. We've come a long way for to find ourselves a home. We've come a long way for to find ourselves a home, 'cause we're citizens of the world. And you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, 'cause we're citizens of the world. Here's a hand to help you all ashore. Here's a hand to help you all ashore. Here's a hand to help you all ashore, 'cause we're citizens of the world. And you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, 'cause we're citizens of the world. Well, we've come a long way for to find ourselves a home. We've come a long way for to find ourselves a home. We've come a long way for to find ourselves a home, 'cause we're citizens of the world. And you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, 'cause we're citizens of the world. And you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, 'cause we're citizens of the world. And you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, 'cause we're citizens of the world. And you're more than welcome here, and you're more than welcome here, and you're more